My fiancée said she was going to a bachelorette weekend in Miami with her cousins. I sent her flowers to the hotel, but they were signed by her husband. She called screaming that I ruined everything. I said, "No, I just helped you realize who you really want." Her mom called me 2 hours later to apologize. The wedding was cancelled. I got my deposit back. She lost her last name. My name's Mark. I'm 36, born and raised in Tampa, Florida. I work in logistics for a private shipping company. It's not glamorous, but it pays well, and I'm good at it. I don't have a big social media presence, and I don't chase attention. I just wanted a quiet life with someone I loved. I met Danielle 3 years ago. She was a real estate agent working downtown. We crossed paths at a charity golf event. My boss forced me to go, and I almost skipped out early. She was there helping coordinate sponsors. She had this presence, you know. Loud laugh, sharp eyes, always looked like she knew something nobody else did. We clicked. Fast. First date turned into weekends together. By 6 months, we were exclusive. A year later, she moved into my place. I remodeled the guest room into her office. Built her a little wine nook in the corner of the kitchen, just like she wanted. I thought we were solid. We didn't fight much. When we did, it was small stuff, me forgetting to switch the laundry, her hogging the bathroom. Nothing that ever felt deep enough to shake us. The proposal came natural. I did it at her birthday dinner. Simple, private, no crowds. She said yes with tears in her eyes. For months after, she called me fiancé every chance she got, like it was her favorite word. We set a date for April. This was early March. Invitations were out. Venue booked. Cake picked. Dress ordered. My mom had already planned a family dinner after the rehearsal. Danielle was stressed but excited, at least, that's what she said. Then came the Miami trip. She told me her cousins were planning her bachelorette weekend. I'd met some of them before, loud, sarcastic, party girls with big personalities. I wasn't thrilled, but I trusted her. Or maybe I trusted the version of her I wanted to believe was real. She flew out Thursday morning. Sent me pics at the airport. I told her to be safe and have fun. She texted that night from a rooftop bar, "I miss you already, babe." Friday rolled around, and I started missing her more than I thought I would. So I had this idea, send her flowers at the hotel. Just a sweet gesture. Nothing over the top. I found a florist 10 minutes from the hotel she'd mentioned. Ordered a big arrangement, roses, lilies, her favorites. Had them write a card that said, "To my beautiful bride-to-be, enjoy your weekend. Can't wait to call you my wife. Love, your husband." I didn't think twice. That's just how I felt. Saturday, around 2 p.m., I get a call. It's her. No, "Hey baby," no laughter, no warmth. Just screaming. "What the hell, Mark? Why would you do that?" I pulled the phone away from my ear. Whoa, slow down. Do what? You sent flowers? To the hotel? With that note? Now I'm confused. Yeah, what's wrong with that? She paused, breathing heavy. Then said, you just blew everything up." "Blew what up, Danielle?" Then the line went quiet. No yelling. No excuses. Just silence. I said again, slower this time, "Are you with someone else?" She whispered, "It's not what you think." I said, "Okay, then explain. Because right now it sounds exactly like what I think." She didn't. Instead, she hung up. 15 minutes later, I get a call from a number I don't recognize. It's her mom. "Mark, honey. I am so sorry. Those were her first words. Not a hello. Not a question. I asked what was going on. Her mom sighed so hard I heard it crackle through the phone speaker. Danielle hasn't been honest with you. She's been seeing someone else. For over a year. That's when the numbness hit. That feeling like your blood just freezes inside your veins. I didn't say anything. I couldn't. Her mom kept talking, like she needed to confess. He's from Miami. She's been flying down every few months, telling him she's stuck in a dead engagement. That you didn't treat her right. But I never believed her. I didn't think she'd, not like this. I asked one question, why would she still agree to marry me? Her mom didn't answer right away. Then she said, because she's scared of being alone. And because she wanted the life you built. The house. The respect. The normal. I hung up after that. No yelling. No anger. I sat in silence for almost an hour. Then I got up, walked to the closet, and started pulling down the wedding stuff, her veil, the guest book, the RSVP list. I threw it all in a box and put it in the garage. By that evening, I'd cancelled the venue. They gave me the deposit back since we were outside the 30-day window. Same with the catering company. DJ, too. Word got out quick. Friends called. Some of her own cousins even messaged me saying they didn't know anything about the other guy. One of them said Danielle was acting weird all weekend, jumping between two phones, stepping outside for calls, avoiding group pics. Turns out, the flowers got delivered right when she was with him. The hotel staff apparently knocked on the door, handed them over, and said, "Congratulations." He read the card. Her husband? That didn't sit well with him. He left. She freaked out. That's when she called me. I didn't try to get her back. I didn't even respond to her text 2 days later, "I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you." She meant every damn step of what she did. She just didn't think it would catch up to her. But it did. And all it took was a $60 flower arrangement. About a week after the cancelled wedding, I was finally starting to feel like I could breathe again. My place was quiet, almost too quiet. The wine nook was still stocked with bottles she picked. The closet still had some of her clothes. I hadn't touched anything. That Sunday, I was sitting on the porch, drinking coffee, just trying to figure out how the hell my life flipped inside out in one weekend. That's when I got the message. Instagram. From a woman I didn't know. Name was Jessica. Her message was short, "Hey. You don't know me, but I think we need to talk." I was with the guy Danielle was seeing in Miami. My stomach dropped. I messaged back, "Careful." Asked her what she meant. She said she wasn't trying to cause more drama, just wanted to set the record straight. We ended up talking on the phone that night. She lived in Miami. Had been with the guy, his name was Andre, for 2 years. Danielle wasn't the only one living a double life. Jessica had suspected something was off when Andre started hiding his phone, disappearing for weekends, even saying he was helping his cousin move once. Same weekend Danielle said she was visiting family in Fort Lauderdale. She snooped. Found texts from Danielle. Photos. Even screenshots of Danielle in my house. My backyard. Turns out, Andre knew Danielle was engaged. She told him I was controlling and emotionally distant. Claimed I pressured her into the wedding. Played the victim card hard. Jessica was pissed. Not just at Andre, but at Danielle too. I told her what happened with the flowers, how everything blew up. She laughed, but it wasn't a happy laugh. It was that bitter kind. She said, "Well, looks like they both got what they deserved." A week later, Danielle came back to Tampa. I didn't see her. She texted once, "I left some stuff in the closet. Can I swing by and grab it?" I said, "Your mom already got it." She replied, "Okay." That was it. But the fallout was just getting started. Her work found out. Someone, maybe one of her cousins, told one of her clients, who then canceled a home deal and left a nasty review online. Danielle's boss pulled her in and asked about the mess. She ended up quitting before they could fire her. And that wasn't all. 2 weeks later, I got a letter. Handwritten. Mailed to my house. It was from Danielle's dad. He wrote, "I raised her better than this. I don't know what happened to her. Maybe she got lost in trying to have it all. But you didn't deserve this, Mark. I'm ashamed and I hope one day she really understands what she threw away." I read that letter 3 times. Then I tucked it in my drawer. A few days after that, I was out grabbing groceries. That's when I saw her. Danielle. Standing in the frozen food aisle, looking down at her phone like she was waiting for someone to tell her what to do. She looked smaller somehow. Not physically, but like the light around her was dimmer. She didn't see me. I turned around and walked right out of the store. And that's when I realized something: she didn't just lose me. She lost the version of herself that she was trying to sell to everyone: successful, stable, loved. Now, she was just Danielle again. A woman with 2 exes, no job, and a reputation in a town that doesn't forget. But the story wasn't done yet. Because about a month later, I got a call from a mutual friend, Riley, a guy who'd helped me with the wedding planning. He said, "Dude, I didn't want to stir anything up, but you need to see this." He sent me screenshots. Danielle had posted on her private Instagram account a long, dramatic caption under a photo of her standing on a beach. Sometimes love doesn't mean forever. Sometimes we're forced to choose between the heart and the mind. I made mistakes, but I won't apologize for following my truth. Comments were filled with her friends cheering her on. Talking about healing and growth and living your best life. One comment stopped me cold. From Andre, "You'll always be my what if." That's when I snapped. Not in a crazy, throw things kind of way. But inside, something hard and final clicked. I wasn't just going to sit back and let her turn this into some kind of victim story. So I started writing the truth. Not with anger. Just facts. Every lie. Every timeline. What she told me. What she told Andre. The hotel. The flowers. The call. Her mom. Her dad's letter. I posted it to a local Reddit board. No names, no photos. Just a story. It blew up. People knew who it was. Comments started pouring in. A few mutual friends sent me screenshots of group chats, Danielle freaking out, trying to figure out who leaked it. But nobody defended her. Because deep down, they all knew. After the Reddit post went viral in our local circle, everything shifted. It was like someone turned a light on in a room full of shadows. All the people who'd been quiet started talking. Friends. Acquaintances. Even people I didn't know well. One of Danielle's old coworkers reached out. Said she wasn't surprised, but still felt disgusted. Told me Danielle had been bragging months ago about how she had options and wasn't locking herself down yet. I guess she thought that kind of talk stayed in the salon chairs and break rooms. It didn't. Even worse, someone anonymously emailed me screenshots from an old burner Facebook account Danielle used. It was full of DMs with other guys. Some flirty. Some more than flirty. A few dated back a year and a half. That was way before I proposed. She'd been cheating longer than I thought. Not just emotionally. Full-on physical cheating. With more than just Andre. One message stood out. It was from a guy she messaged just 3 months before the wedding was supposed to happen. "Danielle, I know I'm engaged, but it's not real love. He's just safe. You're the one I think about." And the guy's reply? "So when are you leaving him?" She never answered. Classic Danielle. Keep the options alive. Never close a door, just crack a new one open. I stared at those screenshots for a long time. My hands were shaking. Not from anger. From shame. Not because I'd done anything wrong, but because I bought it. I believed every word she ever said about loyalty, honesty, building a life together. Turns out, she was just building escape routes. But that wasn't the last twist. No, the last twist came when I least expected it. Late one night, probably around midnight, I got a knock on my door. At first I thought it was a mistake. Nobody just shows up at your door at that hour. I looked through the peephole. It was Danielle. She looked like hell. Wet hair, no makeup, eyes red and swollen like she'd been crying for hours. I didn't open the door at first. Just stood there, heart pounding. She knocked again. "Mark, please. Just 5 minutes." I opened it. Only halfway. She didn't try to smile. Didn't try to fake anything. "I'm not here to fight," she said. I don't have anywhere else to go." I asked her why she was really there. She told me Andre blocked her. Said he was done with the drama. Apparently, someone forwarded him the Reddit post. He connected the dots. Kicked her out of the condo she was crashing in. Took back the car he helped her lease. Told her to lose his number. Then her parents found out about the Facebook account. The multiple guys. Her dad stopped speaking to her altogether. And her real estate license? Temporarily suspended. Turns out, she used false information to close a deal, something about misrepresenting the seller's disclosure. Nothing huge, but enough to trigger an internal review when people started asking questions about her honesty. She was unraveling. She stood there, shivering on my doorstep, and asked me if we could talk inside. I said no. She nodded. Like she expected that answer. Then she said something I didn't see coming. "I don't want you back, Mark. I just wanted to say it, out loud. You were the only one who ever really saw me." That hit me harder than I expected. But I didn't let it show. I said, "Yeah. And you treated me like I didn't matter." She didn't deny it. Didn't make excuses. Just whispered, "I know." I closed the door. She stood there for a minute. I watched through the peephole. Eventually, she walked away. That was the last time I saw her. Or so I thought. Because the next morning, I got a message from someone completely unexpected. It was from Andre. The message from Andre was short: "We need to talk. I know what she did to both of us. And I think she's still lying." I didn't respond right away. I wasn't sure what his angle was. But curiosity got the better of me. I gave him a burner number and told him to call. He did. His voice was cold. Sharp. No small talk. "She told me you were controlling. That you never supported her career. That you didn't care about her dreams." I let him talk. He went on, and I believed her. "She had me convinced you were the problem. So when the flowers showed up, I lost it. Thought you were trying to ruin her trip." I asked him, "What changed?" He paused. Then said, "After I saw that Reddit post, I realized she lied to me the same way. Same stories. Same manipulation. Same 'you're the only one who understands me' crap." He sounded tired. Not sad, just worn down. He told me she had borrowed money from him. A lot. Claimed she needed it to tie up wedding expenses so she could break free clean. Told him she'd pay him back right after. Then ghosted him after the blow-up. It was over $7,000. He was pressing charges. That was the final nail in her coffin. A week later, I got a call from a detective. He wanted a statement. Apparently, Andre wasn't the only guy pressing charges. Another one had come forward. She had taken money from him too, claiming she was stuck in an abusive relationship and needed to escape. All of it was a lie. They weren't sure if it would stick, but fraud was on the table. So was misrepresentation. A pattern was forming. A clear one. A woman who used lies like tools. Who took people's love, trust, and money, and twisted it to serve whatever fantasy she was living in that week. I gave my statement. Told them everything. They thanked me and said they'd keep me updated. I didn't want revenge anymore. Not the way I thought I did. It wasn't about making her suffer, it was about exposing the truth. Making sure she couldn't move to the next town and do this to someone else. 2 months later, I got the news. She was arrested. Not dramatic. No TV cameras. Just a quiet pickup outside her mother's condo. She was charged with misdemeanor fraud and violation of business ethics. Her real estate license? Suspended indefinitely. Her name? Plastered across a few local news sites. Not the front page, but enough to stain whatever she was trying to start next. I didn't smile. Didn't cheer. But I felt something close to peace. And here's the part one never told anyone else until now, I wasn't perfect either. I ignored the signs. Let myself believe her lies because the idea of a wedding felt safer than starting over. I let my own fear of being alone blind me to who she really was. That's on me. I stayed when I should have questioned more. I gave her the benefit of the doubt when she deserved scrutiny. I made it easy for her to live that double life. But I've learned. Hard. Painful. But clean. Now, I live in a new place. Smaller, quieter. Still in Tampa, but a different part of town. I don't keep any of her things. Not even photos. And when people ask me why I'm single, I just say, it's better than being with the wrong person. Because sometimes revenge isn't fire or fury. Sometimes it's just taking your life back, piece by piece, while the person who tried to break you watches their own world burn. And I didn't even have to light the match. All I did was send flowers.